Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggy. Sorry about the mic quality again, not using my snippet mic. My headphones are actually completely falling apart. The entire left earpiece is basically falling off. It's taped on with electric tape, and I've been using this actually for quite a bit now, but it's coming to the point where it's not picking up my mic anymore. So using another mic, so sorry if the audio quality is not as the best. Same thing actually with the Vilatech VODs I recently put up that were dual with class and combat as well. Done so many commentaries this weekend, not as many though, OSL Pro League, etc. So I wanted to put this out just so you guys know I'm not giving up on Pro League, professional Korean stuff. I'll put the SoCal LAN finals, I don't think I put them up, I'll put those up tomorrow, but just so you know I am still dedicated to MSL, OSL stuff. Although I don't have to produce as many, because if you go to SC2GG, Cholera, Vol, Deus, I wanted to say Zeus for a second, Deus, a whole bunch of people have all sorts of English commentaries out. Tinethor, just really, and this is really what I wanted to see when I first started this, is getting a whole bunch of people to contribute. And it looks like right now we are getting to the place where it seems like we can, where if there's a match and you want to see it in English, it's out there. And that's really the place I wanted to get to. So special heartfelt thanks to all those guys. Also, while I'm thinking about it, check out MK Chosen 13 on YouTube. That's MKCHOSEN 13. He's mostly doing things for his own clan, but I said I'd give him a shout out as he was getting started. And also, I'm kind of trying to tempt him over to the dark side. SC2GG commentators unite. Also, if you guys want to, if you're like, you know what, I can't commentate because I have a really crappy voice, or something along those lines, we could use help writing too, and doing a lot of other things at that site. Like, we need writers desperately. Honestly, what I would really like to see is also not just kind of the written or the English commentaries, and I'd also like to see a lot of written stuff. Just invade battlereports.com. Shout out to Johnny Vegas real fast there. But like, if we could get cross-linked articles from SC2GG to battle reports in like almost every single game, and like the Pro League matchups, like predictions. I just don't have time to write predictions up. But if we got someone that was just dedicated to a certain team, like Ace or whatever, and we just had that across the board, that would just be awesome. So if you guys are thinking about contributing or just hanging out, actually, I hang out in IRC, the SC2GG/chat IRC channel. It'll take you, it's on GameSearch, it's just SC2GG if you already have IRC. But yeah, just you can hang out. I'm usually in there. A lot of the other SC2GGs guys are in there. We see Moletrap hangs out there, and oftentimes Cyreaver does as well. Radovid Kuro, basically all the big name hitters there. Anyway, so just quick shout out to the site, and also we have a couple polls up. Moletrap and I started a new poll. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to try to get at least a couple dual commentaries out every week. There's a poll out there where you can see, basically you can vote on what games we're doing. Anyway, let me get to actually commentating the game. This is going to be between Oversky and Flash. And honestly, I'm going to give I'm not going to say that Flash is completely going to bowl over Oversky. I think Oversky is the best ace player. He's been playing much better than Boxer lately. It looks like he's going to go for a fast expansion. A little crazy there. It looks like on the opposite end, Oversky is going to go for a 3-hatchery build. Let's see if he produces Zerglings and puts up a little pressure. Let's see if Flash also gets that bunker down in time. Flash being very aggressive. I remember reading a recent interview, and they were saying, what's the key to your success? And he's like, always expand and always put on pressure, and just keep expanding and putting on pressure. And that has been his policy, and honestly, Andromeda it just seems like it's a map made for him. A lot of resources. You got 3 expansions which you can hold very easily, very early, which can be devastating. Looks like Oversky going to be in a little trouble here. Hasn't produced these Zerglings in time. Going to probably lose at least a couple drones here, if not this second hatchery. Actually went for a 12th hatch build. Didn't get his Zerglings out in time to deal with this initial attack. And he needs to get those drones, those Zerglings, right back out there, just in case a bunker is going down nearby. Now that he's got additional Zerglings produced, looks like he's going to head back out. But that at least disrupts production for Oversky a little bit here. And it looks like he's teching directly there, so it looks like he's doing kind of a 3-hatchery Mutalisk build. And yeah, for Zerg, honestly, I wonder how many players like Flash are actually going to go. Actually, no, it looks like Flash is just producing a lot of Marines, but I wonder how many of them on this map are actually going to produce tanks alongside, because I really feel like there's a lot of places where tanks can be very effective, especially if they can get kind of a sky spot on that cliff edge, because you can siege basically 2, and I've said this I know a bunch of times, and I repeat myself, I'm sorry, but you can siege that natural, the secondary,
and the ramp where you have to reinforce with a tank in the right position. So it looks like Oversky sending a couple zerglings out. Well, honestly, Boxer I'd say was definitely my favorite ace player. Oversky definitely my second favorite. And I think the problem with Ace is they tend to be on the butt end of Pro League, and it's just it's kind of like the difference between foreigners and kind of the Korean pros. Is it's Ace is like the foreigners group there. Is they just don't have time to practice 8 hours a day. They're still in the Air Force. Looks like Oversky was just going to try to run in and do a little pick there. At least that's going to drive those Marines forward. And man, Flash is building a buttload of Marines. I don't see an academy. I haven't seen an academy down. I don't see an additional medic Marine. Just going to produce a whole bunch of Marines there. And yeah, it looks like a spire going down. That's the other thing I wonder about this map is how effective. Actually, it looks like an academy is down. As you can see, it looks like that comsat station going down. I wonder how effective a Mutalisk harass will be on this map, just because there is a lot of, between these three bases, there is a lot of ground to cover. Looks like the Zerglings did manage to go in. Looks like they might be able to get that comsat down. Not going to be a huge cost, but at least something. No, pulling those Zerglings back now. Ooh, nice, almost pinned. Wow, Oversky almost managed to get up that ramp. He is going to be able to get a couple Marines there. Looks like that comsat station is going to burn down unless Flash gets he might get an SCV on it right quick. But man, Oversky almost ran the gap there, almost got it. It's got about, yeah, there it burns down. And Oversky, keep in mind, he's got that Mutalisk attack coming in a few seconds here. Flash, in the meantime, though, in a very strong position. He's still running in. Oversky almost catching, but using that SCV to do a little blockade there. Still, a couple Marines pushed off there. And what this is going to allow, basically, Oversky, because he's pushing there, he's managing. He has to build one less sunken as a result. That's going to basically open things up for him a little bit. A little less pressure on his main. Doesn't have to worry about that bunker bust, and that quick bunker bust from Flash as much. It'll be somewhat delayed, and that'll allow him to get that Mutalisk attack up in the meantime, even though he was disturbed a little bit earlier. Anyway, but really I feel like Oversky really is the ace for Ace right now, because he seems to, even though they don't really have a lot of time to practice, they seem to have, he seems to be playing the best for them. Now you can see that bunker going out up front as he's pushing out, worried about those Zerglings coming around the side. Only two Zerglings looks like they managed to get that gap, and as you can see, turret's already down for Flash, so Flash